fan. See you in November.
Well, I'm here with Amy Heckerling, and we're going to do the 80s, a step forward. And we're coming into this interesting time of Martha Coolidge and Susan Seidelman and yourself and Joan Micklin Silver. And everybody, it feels like, had a seat at the table.
I think a lot of what happened was also because there was what they used to call the baby moguls. Suddenly, there were these young people that had been very political and committed, and they were more into getting women involved in projects, and they started to have some power at the studios. That gave women a shot.
Well, now we get to talk about you, Amy.
Yeah.
Such an amazing career. My goodness, all the movies, of course, you know, Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Clueless. I like Johnny Dangerously. It was a film I saw growing up. No, you're right. You're right in my wheelhouse of all my movie going, and of course, Look Who's Talking. And I guess where do I start with, you know, Fast Times at Ridgemont High and the success of that film?
Believe it or not, they put that on a shelf. They weren't going to release it. Then ultimately, they released it in a few theaters, and it was doing really well, so they quickly released it throughout the country with very little, no advance advertising. And then I did Johnny Dangerously, which was a mega flop. Not mega flop, like now there are some really big ones. But
apparently my opinion did not matter.
So I thought, uh-oh, I better do something that will make some money. And I was offered the sequel to Vacation. And after I did that, I just didn't want to do anything ever again in my life. And then I got pregnant. And I thought, screw this. I am not going to do their crap anymore. I'll do my own crap. Or I won't do anything. I have a baby to amuse me. And I stayed home, and I wrote Look Who's Talking. So it was done very cheaply. The guy that did the special effects, he's now a big effects guy, but at the time, he was like barely 20. And it was all done in Vancouver. Not one speck of anything actually shot in New York City.
Well, you know, and it's when you say, like, the special effects are, they're not crude in the movie, but in the, you know, in those days, I mean, now I have a feeling everything, it would maybe be too specialized. And from the minute the movie opens, I love the quote-unquote, you know, special effects of seeing, because it still feels filmic in a way. It doesn't feel too stylized.
It's not digital. It's not.
Exactly.
I was actually lucky because the way the technology was going, just a short time later, they were able to make babies look like they were talking. There were commercials already. At the time that we did it, that wasn't really happening yet. And the baby was actually just going bubble, 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 because we were blowing bubbles. And we'd put in the voice, and it didn't really match, but you went along, you know, you suspended your belief.
Bruce Willis, I don't know, it feels like, again, in some scenes, like he's having fun, you know, he is, that's what it feels like to me as a viewer, was he's watching it in post, or he's watching it afterwards, and then can look at the scene. So you feel him in it, and it's unexpected, and it's an added, it lifts the movie.
He's a really funny guy. He is, you know, you just see him and you like smile. I mean, even when I watch these, like, you know, action pictures, and he'll come in with 2 machine guns, and I'm like, oh my God, I love him. He's just so funny, so enjoyable, such a wonderful actor.
Yes. Well, I love this movie. It's very funny, and again, it was really fun to go back and re-watch it and reappreciate Kirstie Alley and John Travolta in his prime, and I love the opening. It's just, I know what this movie is going to be, and it's going to be funny, and it gives you as a viewer a sense of confidence.
Great.
That the director, that we're in good hands, you know. So I'm excited. It'll be fun for everyone to watch it again. So from 1989, here is the TCM premiere of Amy Heckerling's Look Who's Talking.